There are indications that the federal government will release more evidence of looted funds traced to ex-President Goodluck Jonathan's administration if the former leader continues to challenge accusations made against him. The Nation reports that the likely release of evidence of alleged corrupt practices by the former regime followed a fact sheet by the presidency which detailed how some funds were illegally transported from the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, to the private residence of the former president. The newspaper stated that document alleged that a former National Security Advisor, NSA, personally supervised the physical transfer of the cash from the vaults of the CBN to the private residence of Jonathan. In one particular instance, over 70 billion was released in parts from the National Treasury between January 8 and February 25, 2015. The over $289 million, which was also referenced last week by the vice president, is said to be included in this particular series of illegal transactions, the document stated. Besides that, in another illegal disbursement, the minutes of the Central Bank Board meeting of 25 August 2014 indicated the board endorsed another $60 billion requested by the former president and released by the Apex Bank. The sum, which was okayed by the CBN board, was not tied to any project or procurement, and was meant and dispersed purely for campaign purposes, through the office of the then NSA and the DSS leadership at the time. Specifically, that $60 billion that was okayed by the CBN on August 25, 2014 was said to have been shared between the two security agencies. Thus, $40 billion went to the NSA while $20 billion was released to the State Security Services, SSS. A government official who spoke on the condition of anonymity said the federal government does not intend to persecute the ex-president, but that it may be compelled to release more evidence of looted funds either approved or traced to the former administration if Jonathan continues to play to the gallery. The federal government will release more evidence of looted funds either approved or traced to ex-President Jonathan if he continues to play to the gallery. The government is not out to persecute Jonathan, but it may be compelled to lay the facts bare before the public, the official said. We have more evidence of approvals, withdrawal of funds, diversion of cash and other financial misdemeanors committed during Jonathan's administration. The N$130 billion or N$150 billion in the public domain is a child's play. And some past government officials did not even waste much time in returning looted funds to the Treasury through plea bargain in court. There will soon be more revelations and more trials in the next few months. The official records are there for Nigerians to judge. Jonathan has been accorded enough respect due to his status as a former president, but if he wants this administration to prove beyond reasonable doubt, he might have to face the consequences. While there is no clear plan to either arrest or quiz him, we cannot say that the option is not off the table completely. Some of the suspects on trial for $2.1 billion arms deal have confessed that they acted on Jonathan's instructions. The government source said the recent disclosure by Vice President Yemi Osinbajo on the alleged withdrawal of N$150 billion by the Jonathan administration 2 weeks before the 2015 election was only to point out the fact that President Muhammadu Buhari's administration is different from that of Jonathan's. It is incontrovertible that Jonathan administration made more money and wasted a lot. But the Buhari government has earned less, but it is doing much more, the source said. Meanwhile, reports that Goodluck Jonathan, in a post on his Facebook account on Sunday, March 25, warned Nigerians of an impending accusation against him by people he claimed are out to ruin his reputation. The former president, who is set to jet out of the country to Sierra Leone, made this post after an allegation in the news that a billionaire supporter of his hired Cambridge Analytica to hack into President Muhammadu Buhari's health and financial records ahead of 2015 election. Jonathan, in his Facebook post, said that there were plans by some persons to falsely impugn his name using both faceless and identified persons. He however stated that no matter how far and fast falsehood has traveled, it must eventually be overtaken by truth.